we're ready to put on the ACC header plate and radiator support cover. You know, we've performed the wire tuck, eliminating any of the wires, ground wires that might have been attached to these areas. We kind of relocated them and got everything out of the way to create a nice clear plane for us to attach to. There's a couple of things that we ask you to do for this installation, very minor things. You have a little plastic positioning tab that sticks up here about, 1/8 of an inch or so. We've used a regular air grinder to just kind of, you pull this away and you flatten this out. This will eliminate any possibility of this little piece of plastic dimpling your cover, because we want a nice contoured fit. So you don't eliminate it, you just take it down a little bit, and this will allow you to position this correctly, but it's not going to be in our way. The plastic retainer, the plastic cover and retainers that hold this in originally, there's 2 bolts here and these little plastic retainers, those are not going to be used. We're going to replace all that hardware completely. Once you take the plastic cover off, you know, these 2 center holes are going to be exposed, and we're going to use our own 6mm speed clip and just kind of clip that into those locations so we can change the hardware out and put the new piece. One of the critical areas when you're putting in this panel is that the back half of the header plate, it's got to rest on your hinge tab, on your catch mechanism tabs over here. This is what's going to keep it level and stable in the back. In the end, everything else should line up pretty good. From car to car, you may have a little bit more separation than others. You just got to kind of work those out. See, you know, you might have to loosen a screw and readjust its position. But now that we've taken that out, we've put our clips in, and we've trimmed out our little tabs there, the part goes in extremely easy. This unit we're putting in is one of our nicer perforated units. This is brushed with a stainless steel polished perforated insert. Gives it that kind of performance look. These are also available without the perf and in polish. So when you're ready, you just slide this in, you move your catch mechanism over so it kind of lets it in, and remember, you got to kind of lift it up and let it rest back on your hinge. Once you're in that position, we're going to install it using 6mm stainless steel button heads, and these are relatively small, but I'll show you the reason why we're using that. As you're installing this, you want to make sure that you have a positive pressure on this. You don't want this flapping in the breeze when you're going down the road. So if this doesn't have a positive pressure on there, you just want to take this and just kind of bend it a little so that when you bolt this in, that's nice and snug. It's not going to flap around on you when you're driving. So now that you're ready to install this, just kind of manually set your hardware in. You don't want to tighten up anything at this point. You just want to get everything attached. And then now that you're all lined up and everything looks good, you can just snug these down. Now, we've designed a cover system for these screw heads that's going to match everything else we're going to do in this Mustang. It's kind of a unique cover. Can you get me those the 3/4 donuts? Now, it's not necessary to over tighten any of these bolts. You just want to snug these things down so that it's going to hold your panel in securely. If you tighten it too tight, you're going to create a dimple at these points. Kind of looks unsightly. So you want to just snugging them down is going to be fine. You want to make sure that everything is snug. You can kind of tap it around, make sure there's no vibrations or rattles. That's going to drive you crazy when you're driving. So, okay, that part is installed. Now, our attachment system is we have these Velcro donuts that once you install your part, you lift your plastic up and just kind of set the donut around the screw head. And what this will allow us to do is to take one of these, our decorative caps. We also give you a little Velcro cookie to set inside here, and then you just set these over your screw holes, and that gives you a real nice decorative cover. These come in a couple of different sizes. We've chosen these 1-inch ones because we're going to have that uniform throughout the whole installation. Kind of matches the firewall caps, and we're going to do the same for the radiator support cover. So we'll go to that now. Once all of these are in, you can peel.